It's an honor to join you today, even though I'm only able to join via video. Trust me, I'd much rather be there in person. I'm actually attending my son-in-law's college graduation, but I did want to take a moment to just honor and celebrate not only a dear friend, but a mentor and an incredible pillar of the faith, Pastor Joe Quessenberry. And I wanted to share a quick tribute. It's a privilege as the pastor of Lifehouse Church that I had the honor of knowing Pastor Joe for so many years. You know, at the very beginning, hard to believe it's been 23 years, but when we were just getting ready to have our first services, Pastor Joe and Lois came out to Lifehouse when we were at the very beginning. Here they are pastoring in the community, but they were willing to, like, as a church, they gave to us. They had me come in and preach, and then they came to support us as we grew. And they retired. They came out and visited Lifehouse. And I distinctly remember this season because we had just moved into the Leitersburg cinemas, and I was overwhelmed. To be honest with you, as a younger, newer pastor with a growing church, I was overwhelmed with the amount of work, with the burdens and the pressures of caring for all these people. And I can distinctly remember one night praying, God, would you just send us a seasoned, mature pastor who'd be willing to carry some of the weight to do prayer and counseling and care for people. And I thought, like, where would I ever find somebody like that? And that weekend, Pastor Joe and Lois showed up, and I remember inviting them out to a meal, and we sat down, I shared my heart, and they later told me that they were concerned because they're like, man, this is gonna be a lot of work. And I am so grateful for Pastor Joe and Lois, who are willing to do the hard work in retirement. I mean, the truth is they never really retired, right? And what I so appreciate about Pastor Joe is a prayer warrior, a great voice of maturity and wisdom. You knew he was gonna have a word from the Spirit, that he was gonna be a support to you. And I so appreciate, here they were retired and willing to, like, innovate and adapt with us. I mean, we were kind of on the cutting edge of how things were happening, and they were willing to be flexible and try new things. And one of my favorite conversations was talking, as we got into the cinemas, Pastor Joe telling me, Patrick, do you know that in 1978, we felt called to come and prayer walk this property? And I thought, man, here I was, 2 years old, and they were prayer walking. He was praying and fasting over this property and believing that a church would be there and a church would flourish there, that this theater that was an X-rated theater would get shut down and it would become a church. And I felt like I was standing in and walking in the prayers and the blessing of this kind of hero pastor. And can I just say thank you to the family. I've become friends with many of you. I consider the Questenberry family dear friends, and Pastor Joe, who just invested into my life and our ministry. Thank you. Your rewards last for eternity. The rewards in my life, the investment in my life, the dividends of the impact of our church, we thank you. We celebrate you. We honor you. I know on behalf of our church, our staff, we are incredibly grateful for the investment of Pastor Joe and his service and his love for us, our church, our people, and this city. He was an innovator in inviting churches to get together, and inviting pastors to get together, inviting people to pray together, in being people who are sensitive to the Spirit of God. And I am forever grateful for his investment into me and the time we were able to share with his involvement in the community and in leading and serving within Lifehouse. Thank you so much, and we only honor and we celebrate his life, the precious gift he is to us. And even as we grieve, we do not grieve as those without hope. We remember the words of Jesus, that he is the resurrection and the life. And I know for certain that's Pastor Joe's confidence. And I could even hear Pastor Joe, that booming voice, singing and celebrating right now, probably singing like, this is the day that the Lord has made. But thank you as a family. We're so grateful for his eternal investment into our lives.